Hi friends, today we are going to see the past year NEET questions for the chapter Morphology of Flowering Plant, and today in this video we are going to complete part 6 of this chapter. Now let's begin with the first question, which was asked in the year 1988. Fruit of groundnut is dash. So just because it's nut, don't say nut. Of course, you know what groundnut is. It is a legume. Legume is a dysentery fruit that is produced from the monocapillary superior ovary. While if you have the option B, which is cryopsis, it is actually, of course this is also dry, but it is a one-seeded fruit which is developed from the superior monocapillary ovary. In this, the pericarp is closed and fused with a seed coat. It is a characteristic of the family Phocae. Therefore, fruit of groundnut is a legume. Therefore, the right answer is option A. Next question here. Keel is the characteristic feature of the flower of dash. So what is keel? We need to discuss that first. Have you ever heard about this term keel? Have you ever heard? See, they have given 4 options here, right? They are asking keel of flower. Okay, so when we talk about this, what is keel in biology? Keel is also called as carina, okay, and you also have this in bird. It seems in bird anatomy, it's an extension of the sternum which runs axially along the midline of the sternum and extends outward perpendicular to the plane of the ribs. Now when you talk keel of a flower, this is the keel of a flower. So keel is the petal, the 2 bottom petals below the wings in flowers of the subfamily Fabaceae of the flowering plant family Fabaceae, sometimes joined to form a structure whose shape resembles the keel of the boat. So you must have seen how the keel of the boat is, right? So keel is a characteristic feature of which flower? Option A, Indigofera is the right answer. Indigofera is a member of the family Fabaceae. It has a keel type of floral structure in which the 2 anterior fused petals are present, and they most resemble like the keel of the boat. It seems it will be bend and it will move forward, so you can understand, right? Yeah. Next question here. Among China rose, mustard, brinjal, potato, guava, cucumber, then you have onion and tulip. How many plants have superior ovary? So this question was asked in the year 2015. So what do you mean by superior ovary? First we need to discuss that. We already saw it in the initial question, I think. But what do you mean by superior ovary? What does it tell you? A superior ovary is an ovary that will be attached to the receptacle, okay, and above the attachment of the other floral parts. A superior ovary is found in types of fleshy fruits such as true berries, drupes, etc. A flower with this arrangement is described as hypogonous. So among China rose, mustard, brinjal, they have given you a list, right? How many plants have superior ovary? If you see, it is about 6. Superior ovary is found in China rose, then it is found in mustard, brinjal, potato, onion and tulip, while guava and cucumber have inferior ovary. Therefore, the right answer to this question is option A. Next question here. Flowers are unisexual in dash. This question was asked in the year 2015 and it's an easy question too. So the flowers of cucumber are said to be unisexual. It means that they have only one, they'll have only male flower or only female flower. So unisexual, uni means single, right? So either they will have male or the female, not both. So flowers are unisexual in option A, cucumber is the right answer. Okay, next question here. In China rose, the flowers are dash. We just saw that in China rose, it's meant to be superior ovary. So in addition to that, maybe you can talk about it. So basically, you must have seen the China rose plant. Okay. So anything that you can talk about it? See, actually, why is it called as China rose? If you see, hibiscus have been cultivated for centuries. The name hibiscus from hibiscus. So how is it mentioned here? So what is this China rose? It's actually the hibiscus. Okay, hibiscus have been cultivated for centuries. So I just mentioned about that. So where is it? It comes from hibiscus. Okay, so it's derived from this. This is an old Greek name from the common marshmallow. The most commonly grown species of hibiscus is rosanus, which means China rose, which we often cultivate in our home. So that is why it is called as China rose, the other name of hibiscus. And it's a very useful plant also, and anything to talk about it is it has a lot of benefits from this family. But what is this China rose actually? China rose are the flowers, or the flowers are actinomorphic, hypogonous. Because they are superior ovary, they are hypogonous with twisted estivation. Therefore the right answer will be option D. Okay, next question. Wessleri estivation is a characteristic of the family dash. Now before that we need to discuss what do you mean by Wessleri estivation. Okay, any idea what is it? See, it is a special arrangement. What is it? It is a special arrangement where one large petal covers the other small petals. The two innermost boat-shaped petals are called keels in the estivation. The plants of Papilionaceae or the legume family exhibit the ideal examples of Wessler estivation. So now you know what it is. So the diagram comes like this. So it will come like this. And you also have this. Okay, so it comes like this. Can you understand the difference now? Can you understand? This is how it looks. So this is this. So this will be your standard, and this will be your lateral part, and in between you'll also have this part here, which is actually the keel. Okay, so I just explained you what is Wessler estivation. It's a special arrangement. So where do you find it? I already gave you a clue. The answer is option A, Fabaceae. This type of estivation is seen in Fabaceae. Here the posterior largest petal overlaps the petal with the lateral, which then turn to overlap with the two anterior petals. Therefore the right answer to this question is option A. Next question here. Which one of the following organisms is correctly matched with its three characteristics? So you have to analyze the statements here. So the first one that you have is P. It has C3 pathway, endospermic seed, Wessleri estivation, wrong. Tomato, twisted estivation, no. Onion is bulb, we all know that. Imbricate estivation, so estivation is nothing but the arrangement. So onion has imbricate estivation, that is true. It has axile presentation, that is also true. Therefore the right answer to this question is option C. Okay, and it's a member of Liliaceae. Okay, therefore the right answer is option C. The correctly matched pair, I mean with the three characteristic, is option C. The next question here. The ovary is half inferior in flowers of dash. So we have a concept like that. It's you have three kind of this thing, like you can say one, it can either be fully superior, or it can be fully inferior, or it can be partly inferior and partly half superior. So you have these kind of variations now. So out of the four options, where do you find this half inferior in flowers? Okay, so it's understood when I say half inferior, the other half will be superior. So that is seen in which flower? If you see, it is in option A, peach. Okay, yeah. Next question here. Keel is a characteristic of the flowers of dash. So already I told you what is keel in this part. It appears to be like the keel of the board. It's a bend shaped. It talks about the shape and everything I told you. So keel is a characteristic of the family, of the flowers of the family Papilionaceae. For example, you have bean, gram, then you have pea, etc. The flowers of this family have a butterfly shaped corolla. The outermost petals of these flowers are the largest, and it is called as vestibule. The two largest petals are similar to have wings, and the two anterior petals are called as keel, and they are fused enclosing the stamens and the carpels. So now you should understand what the answer is. Yes, it is option D, bean. Okay, and this question was asked in the year 2010. Now let's move to the next question here. The floral formula. So this question was asked in the year 2009. So what do you mean by floral formula? If you look at this, you will not understand anything. But what do you mean by floral formula? Why is it used? A floral formula is a means to represent the structure of a flower. So what is the function of it? To represent the structure of a flower, using numbers, letters, and various symbols presenting the substantial information about the flower in a compact form. So if you go surf in the net, you will get a separate table for it. So every symbol will have a particular thing to be told. Okay, it can represent particular species or can be generalized to characterize higher taxa, usually giving ranges of organ numbers. So how do you write this? What is this floral formula, or what is this diagram? It is sometimes found convenient to describe a flower by a simple, concise formula. So here, I like to tell you something here. So if you see, C stands for corolla. If you find anything, C stands for corolla. Then you have K representing the calyx. Okay, and G represents gynoecium, P represents perianth, and A represents androecium. So these are the way that they represent. Okay, and this symbol, you have symbols also, right? This symbol signifies a large and indefinite number. So you have different formulas with different symbols also. So each one has this thing. So this floral formula, if you see, that is given in the question here, it represents tobacco. The given floral formula is for tobacco. It belongs to the family Solanaceae. The flower is actinomorphic, bisexual, and has a superior ovary. While soya bean and sun hemp that you have in option B, they have a monocapillary pistil, and the tulip has trimerous flower and perianth. Therefore, the right answer to this question is option C, tobacco. Okay, next question here. What type of presentation is seen in sweet pea? And this question was asked in the year 2006. So what do you see in sweet pea? What kind of presentation is? It can be axial, marginal, or what it is. It's usually marginal. You must have seen, right? So in sweet pea, the gynoecium is monocapillary and bears a single placenta along the junction of the two fused margin, and this is called as marginal presentation. Okay, we already discussed what is axile, basal, free central in the earlier parts of the same chapter. I think I don't have to mention it again. So what type of presentation is seen in sweet pea? It is marginal, which is option C. Next question here. Pentamerous actinomorphic flowers, bicarpellate ovary with oblique septa and fruit of capsule berry are characteristic features of dash. So this question was asked in the year 2006 again. So you have to analyze. You are given Brassiae, Liliaceae, Solanaceae, Asteraceae. So what do you think will be the answer here? So when we talk about this particular characteristic, that is pentamerous actinomorphic, you have bicarpellate ovary with oblique septa, fruit a capsule of berry. Either capsule or berry are characteristic features of Solanaceae. So now you should conclude, you have to confirm why it is not Brassiae or Asteraceae or anything like that. So in the option A, it is dimerous, it's not pentamerous. While if you say Liliaceae, it's trimerous, and Asteraceae is pentamerous, but it is actinomorphic or zygomorphic flower with bicarpellary syncarpous unicellular ovary, and fruit is scripsulae is absent. So each one I've told you what comes in each. So Brassiae is, if you see, it's dimerous. Which is dimerous? This is dimerous. Liliaceae is trimerous. This is pentamerous, but it has light differentiation. That is, it sometimes be actinomorphic and sometimes the flowers are zygomorphic. Therefore, the answer is Solanaceae, which goes well with the statement that is mentioned in the question. Therefore, the right answer to this question is option B, Solanaceae. Okay. So with this we complete the part 6 of Morphology of Flowering Plant. Hope to meet you in the next part of the same chapter. So hopefully that will be the last part of this chapter. Go through all the chapters so that it will be helpful for you during your exams. Thank you.